All right. Oh, let's get back to this. Where were we? All right. So now we need to build diesel production and we need to build a brickworks. So let's just put that on normal for right this second. We're going to grab ramp for vehicles. It's not part of those tutorials. We're going to start that one and get that one going. And then by the time we get that one going, maybe we'll have this stuff, the stuff at once done, and we can go on to the next bit of research. All right, so brickworks and connect it to a rainwater harvester. All right, so we got brickworks now. We got rainwater harvesters now. We got a basic distiller and a basic oil pump. And we got more refugees came in, and we got liquid dump, puts sewage out to sea, and we've got fluid storage for when we make the diesel. All right, so for brickworks, we need to fuel the brickworks, and we need dirt, and we need to make bricks. We need dirt, water, and coal. All right, we're going to put it up here next to the trees that we're getting rid of to keep it out of our way. We are going to I guess it really doesn't matter. The only thing coming in is the water. Yeah, you know what? We are going to flip this. All right, so we're going to put this here. All right, and then we're going to put in a rainwater harvester, and it says we only need one. But I could do it like that, save myself some pipe. I'm not gonna. We're gonna put it here like this. No place to dump products. All right, we'll have to look at that in just a second. I think we're gonna put it right here. All right, pause this for a second. Mine control tower, no place to dump stuff. Why not? What's it got in it? It has dirt and ore. Well, the ore is there. Why does it not have a place to dump? It has a place to dump. Can it not reach that place, maybe? I mean, all right. If we go to 2, but it should, because it's already been dumping. Why can't it reach? That is ore. I did not do the... Yeah, see? So it says dump there. No available place to dump product. Horse hockey. All right. So brickworks. Back to the brickworks. We got brickworks here. That's going to build the brickworks. That's going to build that. We're going to hook it up with a pipe. We go click. And click. So now it's got water that comes in. We're going to need a smokestack to get rid of the smoke from it burning the coal to make the bricks. And then we're going to want storage, loose storage. And we're going to put that here because that is going to be for dirt. All right, pause that. Because we need dirt to make bricks. Okay, so now, new refugees. Hooray. Ramp for vehicles, we got it researched. Okay. All right, so that is everything we need for that. Now we're going to do diesel production. And I'm going to do diesel production down here next to the oil, which is right here. Right? So we need to do an oil pump, 2 oil pumps, and a basic distiller. So oil, 2 oil pumps. Now, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do them this way. So we're going to do one, I'm going to hold shift. And we're going to turn this off because now I can see what the hell I'm doing. Come on, turn off layers. All right. I guess when you're trying to put it down, it makes you look at it. All right, fine. 2, and it says 2, but I'm going to do 3. And I'm staggering them like this so that I can hook them all up to pipes. Right? So I can boom, 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 piping in. All right, and then we got to do a basic distiller. And this has 2 inputs. One's oil, one's coal. 3 outputs. One of them is steam. One of them is diesel fuel. And one of them is sewage, basically. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up here. I'm going to leave coal on that side because I could switch it, but it's going to switch the other fluids as well. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to pop that down. And then we're going to go and we're going to grab our pipes. And we're going to go here. And then we're going to go here and here. Right, so that's going to give us all 3 of our pumps into our oil. And then we're going to grab a smokestack. Smack down a smokestack. And then we want storage for fluid. Now, I could hook it up right there and let it fill. But I'm going to leave myself some room because later we're going to make a bigger oil thing and we're going to want it to come more oil production. So we're going to want room for the line to come in. All right. So we're going to put it there. And then, because I want trucks to be able to come and go, we're going to go 1, and then we're going to go up 3. And we're going to come over to just before that connection. And then we're going to automatically to the connection. That way, trucks can come in and out of here if they need to. All right. So that gives us our input, our output. Now we got to get rid of the waste. Now the waste is, go back to waste management, is this liquid dump. And we're going to build it on the shore, and it's going to go out and it's going to pump stuff out to sea. I think we'll put it right there. All right. And again, we're going to go pipe. And then we're going to go up. And one of the things this thing does is it puts that extra pole there when you get to the end of as far as you can drag. And I don't like that extra pole. So I back it up until I can get rid of that extra pole. I'm going to go here. I'm going to leave 2 spaces. And then we're going to connect. The reason I'm leaving 2 spaces is that gives me a way to connect to that from other things if I need to. And then we're going to tell this that it's acceptable to dump polluted water into the ocean. And you can have it dump other things. It'll water, brine, seawater, etc., etc. All right, so that's going to do that. That's going to do that. The only other thing this needs is coal. And I don't think I'm going to put a bin in for coal right now. We'll just let the trucks bring it to it. Let this build all of this stuff. And then we need to make bricks. And how are we doing over here on bricks? Looks like we are ready to make bricks. We just need it to rain, basically. And we need dirt. So remember how I said if we're excavating and we went right in, we would pick up dirt? Well, now we want to go back and change this, because we actually want some dirt. I know you're not eating all the potatoes. And I could either change this and make it start picking up dirt, or we could find some ground here that we're eventually going to want to go through. And that's part of that mountain range. But if we look, got more refugees, hooray. If we look, this is a 3. This starts to go up. And then it comes back down. Or no, it doesn't. It slopes. So maybe we don't want to do that. I was going to say, maybe we want to dig this out. But maybe we don't want to dig that out. But I kind of want to have myself a bit of dedicated dirt. All right, so we collect that. Research copper refinement and research synthetic rubber. Copper refinement, synthetic rubber. Might as well research dock repair because we're going to need to fix the dock. So I kind of want some, for right now anyway, dedicated dirt. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. We're going to have this guy start to pick up lower down. so that he can grab some dirt. Because we're going to need dirt for them bricks. So this is 3. We're gonna start having him pick up some dirt and dig down. All right, and then we're gonna tell this guy go after dirt, because over here at the brickworks we got this set up that we want dirt. Because we're gonna put that into there. All right, there we go. Get that started again. All right, we're building our diesel production. We're researching rubber. We're researching copper refinement. Establish copper mine and start mining copper. Which we got ourselves kind of set up. We just gotta make ourselves a new excavator and 2 new trucks, and then we're going to do coal, so we might as well get an excavator and 2 new trucks, and then maybe another excavator and 2 more trucks. We'll just go ahead and queue them up because we're going to be wanting to haul some stuff with them. All right, and then this, we're going to tell this mining designation. Now again, we want to start mining copper right off the bat. So we're gonna, and I know this is outside of his control area. We're gonna fix his control area to include that. So there we go. All right. So copper refinement, we've got it. And new refugees, we got more. Hooray. All right. So we got our copper mine set up. We need to make a blast furnace, a caster, smokestack, copper electrolysis, blah, blah, blah. All right. So we got that done. We got that done. We got that done, with the exception of it processing what it's got to process. It's got plenty of black gold. We just need coal to be delivered, and it's going to start doing its thing. And we need this line built. We're going to slow this down to normal pace. And while we're got it at normal pace, we're now going to build our copper stuff. So copper stuff. So we got to go copper mine. Okay, blast furnace. We got to make a blast furnace just like before. All right. So we want a blast furnace. And then we want the metal casters just like we did before. So that's the input. So we're going to go give ourselves some space. Wait a minute. We're going to flip this. And we're not going to flip it that way. We're going to flip it. We want to flip it the other way, not rotate it. All right, so there we go. So now we got the smoke coming out that side. We got the slag coming out that side, because we want a smokestack there, right? What do we got that we just found new stuff in this? Oh, the rubber maker. Okay, because we researched rubber. All right, so that's going to give us our molten copper and our slag eventually. Right? And then this is going to give us our copper ore. Copper ore into the smelter, out of the smelter, into the electrolysis machine, or nope, into the metal caster. So we're gonna go 1, 2, into that one, into that one. All right. And then conveyor belt will go out, and that will go into the electrolysis machine. Right, and then that'll come out the backside as copper plate. The only other thing we need now is we is going to need agua. And for this, we're actually going to need 2 agua. So let's do this one here. Gonna hit shift. And this one here. Then we can go pipe from here to here to here, and then from here to here. That connects both of our rainwater catchers, and then our electrolysis, blast furnace, blah blah blah. All right, so that is all set up. Now we have 1 and 2. You can come over here and start mining. And now we just need to build a rubber maker. That's what she said. All right. That's all set. That's all set. That's all set. Rubber maker. That's the cargo dock for repairing crap. This is the ramps. Oil, rubber maker. All right, so the rubber maker has coal input and pause the beacon because we got enough refugees. Okay. Don't want to get overpopulated. Pause. All right. So the rubber maker, we were so rudely interrupted, needs oil and it needs coal. And then out comes rubber and ick. Right? Same ick we're already getting out. So if we put this here, I can go from here to here before it gets into the tank. And then I can go from here, go up 3, and hook it into the same waste disposal because it's the same stuff. Right? So now we got the stuff coming out of here, we got the stuff coming out of here, we got oil there. We're going to need coal there. for our rubber. Right? Okay. And technically up here, we ought to also have we didn't leave ourselves enough space. It's okay. It's okay. We can move stuff around later. We can't snake the belts in there later. I'm not going to worry about it though. All right, so that's that. It's making the diesel. We just got to dump the waste, and we're still waiting on the liquid over here to be built. Is that the deal? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna. So you have a priority for servicing it and picking up, and you have a priority for build. We're gonna raise this up to a 2 priority for build, so that we get that built, because that needs building so that we can do this stuff. The other thing we want to do is we can turn on and off whether stuff is delivered to it or taken from it. We're going to turn that off because we're going to be filling that up. Right now, it's hauling stuff from here. It's hauling fuel from here to fill that up. We don't want that happening. It's already full as it is, which was stupid. We shouldn't have done it, but we should have remembered. But we did produce enough diesel already. We just got to dump the wastewater. And we don't have enough wastewater yet to dump 8. Why? How much is in the pipe? 38 in the pipe. So we got enough in the pipe that when it goes, it goes. All right. So we got the rubber set up. Turn that back on. We get the rubber set up. We got that set up. We get the copper mine set up. All to be built. Right? Right. And here comes our digger. So copper. And this one, we're gonna change this. We're gonna prioritize iron ore, but we're gonna let it dig whatever dirt it digs. Tree harvester, okay. Blast furnace, I didn't set the recipe. It's the only thing I didn't do. All right. So we got 2 recipes. We're gonna prioritize copper ore, and then we're gonna, nope, not iron. Copper ore, and then copper scrap. See, this messes me up because that's the Keller of copper. That's the Keller of copper after it's oxidized. So we're going to do copper ore and copper scrap. We want to build an ore storage for copper scrap. Not that we have any right now, but we will eventually. And that should be for, yep, okay. And we want to do keep empty. So that's all set. Now, tree harvester has no trees. Well, we can fix that. I want you to get rid of these trees right here. Give us some more working room there. And where are you? That we don't care about. All right. Let's get this all built. Produce copper, rainwater, copper ore. Build rubber maker. Liquid dump, dump wastewater. We really need you to finish building this. All right, so the next thing we're gonna have to build, I have to research, and it's coming, is construction 2. We might as well snag it. It'll still give us credit for researching it. We're gonna go ahead and research construction 2. We want the conveyor belts. Because we've got blueprints now, right? But we don't have the captain's office running yet. All right. So diesel production, collect materials, diesel stockpile, collect materials. So it finally built that sucker. All right. So rubber, copper. Build another. See, this was where I said we were going to need these other assemblers. So we're going to need an assembler for auto parts, and all of these need metal. Let's turn off the electronics. So we don't want the electronics. The electronics we need later. Okay, so build assembly to produce electronics. There it is. All right, assembler. And this one will have build electronics. I don't know why I put it there, other than the fact that the other ones are there. These ones all require iron. So there we go. All right, so get this rolling again. All right, so repair the shipyard is the other one we got to do. So we got the assembler for those two built. Well, started. We're still waiting on producing copper because it's not running yet. It's not up and built yet. And this is not up and built yet. But we can tell this to repair. And it's just got to wait for materials to come across and be delivered. So look at them all go. And we can go up here to this and we can see what is available to assign, what is working where, etc., etc. And then this is all of our workers. And who's working where. All right, so. Telling that to build, it's got to wait for all the construction parts. This puppy should be running stuff almost flat out now, with the exception of the fact that we don't have conveyor belts coming in yet. Where? Oh, he's off getting fuel. Guarantee it. He's over here somewhere getting fuel. Or somewhere between here and there. There he is. He's on his way back. Eventually we want to change that so that they're not having a back and forth. Is this done yet? It's almost. Let's get this, 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 and this. All the priority twos. I want these done first so that we can meet the copper requirement. could not store all of its potatoes. That is not a bad thing. I'm sorry, but it's not. Not right now. All right. That's all doing its thing. That's all doing its thing. So, construction 2, there we go. So eventually what I'm going to do, we're going to leave this for a while, but this will probably get yanked, and this will get yanked eventually. We're going to make a more central, and then we're going to kind of move into this area for building stuff, I think. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really thought it out. I think this is going to be housing, farming, oil production, because that's where the oil is, coal, and then we're going to shift these in this direction. I kind of put them up here to keep them out of the way initially, but that's where our 2 ores are, so we're going to go this way, down this center piece, I think is what we're going to try and shoot for. Okay, so it looks like all of our copper production is built. Yeah, it sure is. Now, unfortunately, we still don't have belts. You know what? We're going to jump ahead, and we're going to research belts. Because that's kind of one of the things that's slowing us down right now is belts. Because right now the trucks have to move everything. And that's just stupid. We need the belts. All right. So we got our copper built. We're waiting on rubber. We're waiting on vehicle parts. We're waiting on building a ship mine. Okay, now here's the coal mine. All right, so we assign that to that. We're going to add 1 there, add 2 there, and then we're going to tell this to mine the hell out of the coal. And that's all coal. So knock that whole hill down. We do want to build this. Oh. Right, now these guys are going to start getting coal and take it to our other places, which means we can turn this off. I think. We're going to mine coal first. We got to get enough coal to... So if we click on this truck, we can see it's part dirt and part coal. So it'll take and deliver both of those to where they got to go. And then any leftover dirt, I think, it dumps over here. I could be wrong. Almost got enough coal for the reward. There it is. Pause coal maker to save wood. Pause. Ta-da! So that's going to give us some cement, some vehicle parts, and some diesel fuel. So repair the shipyard, make the assemblers, build a rubber maker. Why is this not... Are you guys that slow? Man, we really need those conveyor belts. Alright, so that's going along. That's all built. This is almost all the way built. What do we need? We need 8 more construction parts. Let's get this one finished. All right, there we go, conveyor belts. Rubber maker, no recipe selected. Well, oh, because it can make more than one. All right, so we don't have sulfur. We do have coal. The only problem is it's going to give us wastewater, but we've already covered the wastewater. So there we go. Make rubber. All right. Now, let us install our belts. Now, there are 2 kinds of belts. There are flat belts and U-shaped belts. U-shaped belts are for loose material. Flat belts are for sheet stock and things like that. All right, so U-shaped conveyor belt, here to here. And here to there. All right, that inputs those, and then we want here to here. That way we don't have to have a truck come over all the time and take that away and wait for it. And then we want flat from here to here, and here to here. That way we're not slowing it down. And then this is going to come out here. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to go here, to here, and then here to here, and here to here, and then that one is going to be that, so we're going to go one more there. We're going to go here to here. And then I can get rid of that little piece. That leaves a connector there so that in case I've got to connect on that corner. And then we can go here to here, here to here. And I'm also going to go here, and here. And then flat from there to there, and there to there. I believe I would leave those. I actually want to change these. I want that to go there and there. Because that way there's still room for the trucks to get in and service these if it needs something else. Because I think it needs wood or something too. I don't know. Yeah, this needs electronics too. So I want to leave room for the trucks to get in and out. All right, so that's going to go all the way from there to there to there to there to there. Now we want to do the same thing down here. We want to go... Okay, so assembler 2s now. Oh, because we got to do assembler 2s to make the stupid belts. Because belts require assembler... they require instruction 2s. Alright, so... assembler 2... and we want that to make construction 2. And I can go flat conveyor here, here, and then this one is electronics, right? Yeah, so we can go flat conveyor, raise it up, and then like that. That way the trucks can get in and out, but we can get the electronics over here. Why are you struggling to find mind control? Why are you struggling to find a destination? Oh, because that stuff was in the way. Mind control tower. Why are you having problems finding that? Do I have to tell it that dirt is okay? All right, fine. We'll put this over here to supervise this. And what can be dumped here? Dirt, rock, slag, and waste. All right. How about now? Why are you having problems? All right, pause this for a second. We got vehicle parts. I thought I was being smart by doing this. Why are you having problems? You can get in and out of here. All right. Utility. 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 Utility to recover. Gotta be stupid. Alright. Mind control power. This is full of dirt. What is the issue? You should be able to get down that slope. All right, dumping designation. here. To there. There should be nothing. Why is this a problem over here suddenly? All right, let's do this. Are you now having problems? My control player, no place to dump the dirt. Well, I'm confused then because dirt can be dumped here. And I mean, it's got lines that say you can come over here and dump. I don't understand why you guys are having problems. Pickup's fine, that's it. The hell? Alright, if we take this away, and then we got these four that are struggling to find a way to get to where they want to go. Where do you want to go? I know where you want to go. You want to go over here. Why is this not a problem? Why is this? I mean, seriously? Did it build itself into a corner or something? Apparently it built itself into a corner. Is what the deal there is. Now this over here, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Get rid of all of these. Until we have apparently what it looks like is happening is until we have this built, we can't lay down the belts. Try that. We get this built, priority 1, lickety split, and that. All right. Now, are you guys dumping over here now? It looks like maybe. Yes. All right. So, fill the ship with diesel and load the crew in the ship. Why is this not producing rubber? I don't have coal. That's why, because it's still filling this. Now it'll take the coal there. All right. That'll take coal wherever it's got to go, blah, blah, blah. We don't want to keep that full anymore. All right. We made our rubbers. All right. New assembly, construction parts 2. We built it. Now we got to make it. All right. So now, while we're waiting on that, we got to fill that with diesel. All right. We'll let that sort itself out and run for a little bit. We need to, now that we're making diesel, right? We need to take the diesel. Yeah. We'll come from here. Yep, we got room to put it in there. Nope. And that's what I was talking about. You can actually add height to these. Both of these pipes are 3, but you see it's going over that other one. Now it's going under it, but it's going over it right there. So that's how you add enough height to be able to get the diggers under there. Is you do that and then you take the other one away. So we are doing this because we are headed down here. To the dock. Plumb in diesel fuel to the dock. And we're going to do it there because I'm going to leave enough room to be able to hook in another generator. There it is. All right. So that'll pipe fuel to the dock and to the generator, so they won't have to come refueling the generator anymore. And if we look, see how it's going over it, even though they're both threes? If you do that, and then you go the other way, my rock. Does this not have rock? Rock. Flag. Can it? I'm so confused. I don't know why it won't do what I wanted to do. I really don't know why it won't do what I wanted to do. Honest to don't. There'd be no reason that not to build out to there. I don't know. What is it? What is it? Rock. All right. Here's what we're going to do to solve this. Is there a way to tell this what to dump where? That I can specifically tell it pickup truck finding hard to find a place. I wonder F. No, so it is. Alright, you know what we're going to do for now? Do this. I'm going to build this here. Put fucking rock in it. Excuse my language. Now you, should be no reason for you guys not to be able to fill this in. We'll save this rock. Alright. Build a new assembly and produce parts. Why is this not waiting for material delivery of 3? That's got do we not have why do we not have assembly 2? Can we tell this puppy to make assembly 3s? All right, we're gonna have this one make assembly construction 2s. Build this. I'm gonna turn that off. And prioritize assembly 2s. So we have enough to build that. All right. Load crew on the ship. All right. Load the crew on the ship. All right. Explore the first blah, blah, blah. Let's send them here. And off he goes. Built research fuel station. Connect several machines with conveyor belts. All right, guys. We're going to call it an episode. We are hurting on maintenance apparently right now. I don't know why. Not enough maintenance 1. Should be plenty of maintenance 1. All right, well. All right, guys, we're going to call it an episode. We sent the ship off. We're going to go from there.